Hey guys, welcome to the Journal. Today's show's all about community. So we've got stories for you from Parya, an Iranian community center in Richmond Hill, the Afghan Women Organization, and the Spot Youth Organization, both in North York.
We'll also drop in on the Film Careers panel that was held at our campus earlier in the year and visit Hair Therapy, a local salon in their community, which is just as vital. This is the Journal.
Back with the Journal. Hey guys, my name's Francesca Coviello, and I'll be one of your hosts. Today's the first time ever that we're actually recording this show from our homes due to the COVID-19 crisis we're all currently facing and going through together. This program is produced by Centennial College broadcasting students. Now let's go back to Ethan, see what's up with him.
And I'm Ethan Gardner, and thank you for spending the next half an hour with us while remaining at home to stay socially distanced. You're probably thinking about how our communities can really recover.
That's the big issue here, Ethan. You see, being deprived our normal daily activities, such as going to school, going to work, volunteering, spending time doing our hobbies that we might not be able to do anymore, seeing classmates, friends, co-workers. It's making us disconnected from our communities. Prior to all of this, though, we were able to take a look at some cool communities in the Greater Toronto Area. I think we should check them out.
Right? And our first story takes us to Thornhill's Parya, the Iranian Community Center. Through education, social activity, community development, and services for recent immigrants, the Parya Centre is focused on supporting and building the Farsi-speaking community.
What you're watching is taking place on Yonge Street, just north of Finch Avenue. Iranian Canadians call here Toronto because it now looks much like their homeland. Shops and restaurants here are mostly Iranian, and they have created a community center known as a Parya to ensure that all Iranians in the GTA feel that they have somewhere to go.
When my father passed away here because he was very alone here and the life here for him was difficult. He was old man when he came here. Therefore, I noticed that there is needed a space like a community center for our community, mostly for those who cannot speak English and they need to have some type of the social life. We have the people, especially refugee, who come here and they just have approval by the Canadian court that they can be refugee, then they don't have anything. Even we chase for them to find the furniture for their home, getting the help from the community, whatever they need to be established as a family, whatever is needed. Of course, some institution from government, they might help, but not so fast. Therefore, we mobilize community to help them. Yesterday, somebody was asking for a kitchenware. He didn't have anything in his kitchen, a new refugee. We announced to the people, to our network, that okay, anybody has excess equipment for the kitchen or for the bedroom, they immediately say yes. And we are having people who help even for transportation because we don't have this facility. The only thing we make the connection.
Page 8, exercise 3.
Here we talk to people, so talking very important. See what's going on the last week, what happened. And then play a little bit card. Lots of people, they play card, play bingo, or they call backgammon. After a few hours here, you go, you feel amazing. You drain from all the pressure. At least for the time you are here, you forget about your problem.
I'm spending now 18 years of my time voluntarily, and I was the biggest funder of this facility. I have this gene I enjoy of helping other people. On a Friday afternoon at 4 or 5 o'clock, when I see these seniors are living here and they come to me and some of them giving good words to me or give a hug to me, it makes me whole weeks for me to recharge. with this positive energy I get from it.
Over the last year, a great number of Iranians has come to reside specifically in this neighborhood of the Greater Toronto Area.
Everyone needs to have a social connection, no matter who you are. It's great if you have a community center to go to, especially someplace where you could share your culture. It's extremely beneficial for senior citizens as well, because they have so much time on their hands. But really, it's a great thing for everyone.
Exactly, Fran, but with the current crisis, we have to be more creative with our socializing. It's teaching us how our relationships are just so vital and how it's important for society to make a place for everyone, as you'll see later in the show when we visit 2 more great community centers.
It's just not about community centers, it's about any place in a community where people can get together. I visited Hair Sensations on Danforth and Greenwood, a hair salon not too far from our school. I did my documentary on them and I called it Hair Therapy because hair salons and barbershops are very much the same. They're not a place where you go to get your hair done only. Like, sure, that happens, but there's a lot more too. It's where an employee, hairstylist, makes a connection with their client. They build a strong relationship. Let's take a look.
I have co-owned Hair Sensation for about 13 years now. Dominic and I first opened and we wanted to create a space that was inclusive to everyone. So that meant to us that we were going to make it like a space where we could both educate and get to know our clients very well. So we really do take the time to offer great service as well as an ear. We get to know our clients. It's kind of like therapy sometimes. We've known our clients for probably a long time. So we go through life events together, good, bad experiences, divorces, breakups. I think we've heard it all.
Trust is the biggest thing that you develop in our salon, and with most hairstylists. It's a big thing. You trust me?
Yeah.
There you go. After how many years?
I don't know. You'd have to check the file.
I think 15 years, right?
Something like that.
There you go. Salon is more than just a place where people just come in for a quick haircut. They spend between an hour to 3 hours, in our chairs. And so, yeah, I mean, they come in, some not feeling so great. So they want, some advice in regards to maybe a change in hairstyling, or they're looking for something a little different. We try to do that for them, make them feel better. This way.
How many years have I?
It's okay.
Now that all the hair salons are closed due to this pandemic going on, I'm sure that everybody really misses the friendships they've made with their hairstylists. I know that I miss Antonia and Domenica back at Hair Sensations, and as soon as this is lifted, I'm going to be the first person in line waiting to get in.
Oh, for sure. And now to an event in our school as part of the media community. We're always interested in expanding our network, and we had that opportunity this past semester when several film unions and guilds visited our campus to talk about careers in the film industry.
I'm going to just give some short introductions for everybody, and then we can get started.
This past semester at Centennial College, we hosted a film industry's career panel discussion with all the unions and guilds. IATSE, NABET, and the Directors Guild talked about how to get started in the industry.
IATSE has, on last year, at our busiest times, we had 4,000 people going out to work every day, just our union.
Not only is the level of production on the increase in terms of quantity, but the quality of production that's coming to Canada at large is on the increase.
So in the office, we represent production coordinators, first and second assistant coordinators, as well as travel and script coordinators.
So at 667, we do represent all of those members. You can come in and join as at that category level.
You don't have to be a hair, a makeup, or a costume person. You can be a grip. You can do lighting if you want. You can do props.
Film careers panel discussion and networking event here. Often the issue is not knowing who to talk to, or not knowing the process of how to make those first steps. And so the main aim here was to make sure that people had a way to find out those things.
It answered a lot of questions. Came into today still to some degree not really sure exactly where I want to go with everything, but they provided so much information today on this that
Sort of as I went along and I was working.
I kind of have a better idea of where to lean toward, what sort of ways, steps you can take.
It was great being here today to talk to the students at Centennial. You know what? I think if there's one message for students, it is apply, get into this industry. It's growing so fast. There's lots of jobs. Show up on time, good attitude, make friends, and you can have a great career in the film and television industry.
Every one of those organizations is responsible for thousands of people working in the industry. They represent those people. They're a bargaining unit, but they're also a training unit, and this is an opportunity for our students to connect with those people so that they can make those first steps in the industry.
I also attended the Film Careers event a few months ago, and I know that they're planning to come back to the school to do some workshops with us, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yes, that will be great. I mean, there's so many great film and TV productions being made in Toronto area, so it's important to make connections with all these organizations to get your career going. What's next, Fran?
Well, Ethan, as promised, our next two stories are inside looks at different amazing community centers. First up, being the Afghan Women's Organization, an incredible organization that helps women who have either fled or are in the midst of fleeing war and persecution. Now, this organization offers tremendous programs such as English lessons, programs for seniors and for youth, and programs on employment. Let's check it out, shall we?
Afghan Women Organization was founded in 1990 to meet the dire need of refugee women and newcomers across the world with their families. And now we are operating from 4 different locations, and we are serving more than 25,000 clients per year. Most of the time we have refugee claimants coming to our office directly from the airport. So what we do, find them a shelter right away, because this is the most important thing. But it's just a small portion of clients that we are serving on daily basis. We are serving permanent residents and conventional refugees, and also these are people who might have the same challenges as refugee claimants to find permanent housing, to find employment, to improve their language skills, and also to get information on different aspects of life in Canada, including education, transportation, health, all those matters.
Mansour first visited the AWO about 5 years ago. He had just escaped the Syrian war and corruption, which took the lives of much of his family.
We lived peacefully and we are helpful. We know each other's. So there is no problem before the war. So there is like 2 teams. So first one, the government. So how to escape from the government. So this is very dangerous. And how to escape from the ISIS. Because both they are fighting. So we decide to leave the country after the government killed my mother and my father. And one brother was arrested and other one were killed.
Tamim first visited the AWO about a year ago because the war in Afghanistan was threatening the safety of his wife and kids.
Afghanistan is a country which is actually war is going on still. And then, from the war, a lot of problems are actually coming to the people. And so this is the biggest reason that I have actually decided to come. And it's only for safety for my family and myself.
The word refugee, you hear it every day. So before 4 years, at the first time I came, I told, when the police asked me, I am a refugee, I told them. They told me, you are not a refugee. You are permanent resident, so you can live anywhere in Canada. You can do anything in Canada. It's your country. Yeah. And now I am citizen.
The biggest part of the negative effect of immigration is this, that you're gonna lose everything. Your relations, your friends, even your family. That's it. And right now I'm losing all my families. My children, my wife, and my brother, and you're just alone actually. You're just alone here.
Now let's find out how the Afghan Women's Organization was able to help these two men.
So I have a friend. He advised me to go to the Afghanish Women Organization. So everything. So even if I wanna do my taxes, this is the first time. Even back home before the war, there is no taxes. I have a new baby here, so how to register my baby. And for translation, like any application I needed. Yeah, so I was very happy when I deal with them.
Afghan Women Organization is very good organization, to be honest. At least for those people that they're from Afghanistan and they hear Afghan name in this organization. That gave an energy. Whenever I came all the time, I just talk in my language. It's very easy for me to explain the thing for them. Yes, it is good actually. It's a good organization, and I thank them for that.
Canadian citizens are able to assist us with their time, so volunteer with us, and also their skills to provide information or be our guest speaker for different programming, and also be our donors to financially support our causes, program, and services.
For me, the place that I live is only a place to live. It's not my home, to be honest. I would call home whenever my family is in here, and this is a very important thing.
When they are able to get to their goals, if it's education, if it's health, if it's their citizenship, this is very rewarding and satisfactory for us as an organization and makes us extremely happy.
It really shakes me to see how difficult and hard it is for a refugee who has no choice but to leave their homeland, to go somewhere they've never been before. But you know what? It makes me proud to be a Canadian and proud to see how Canada can give hope to anybody in that situation.
That is so true, Fran. And this next story makes me proud too. The Spot Youth Center is a key part of the Jane and Finch Community and Family Center. It's dedicated to fostering youth leaderships and rebuilding personal competencies for youth. More importantly, the Spot Youth Center runs amazing programs to help the youth in their neighborhood.
The Spot is a youth center that provides resource services and programs to those who live in the Jane and Finch community. The Spot aims to educate youth on the importance of sexual health, violence prevention, and healthy living.
My name's Abdul, and I am a youth program coordinator with the Spot. There aren't that many youth spaces, or if they are, they're directly within certain neighborhoods. So it'd be hard for youth to be able to find a space or have a space to be able to come together as one. So you'll have like the north side of Jane Street as well as like the south side of Jane Street, which doesn't really come together. But the youth kind of offers like a friendly space where everyone's able to come together as a collective, join one another, and yeah, just have like a little drop-in center where they're able to have fun, mingle, and get to know each other a bit better and not have to worry about all that.
We're preparing snacks for the program.
I really find my job here at the spot satisfying, and it's really doing something positive, and it's developing my life to this whole different level. Because when I first came here, I really didn't know anything about the community that's surrounding the spot, and I had a chance to learn about that.
Figured out that fault basically off anyone else for the land. So I told them to check the cameras. I realized I was only asking for right is that they're all.
The spot is a space that welcomes and supports locals in the community. The programs offered here help support youth in their personal self-development.
Stop talking, even though it was the next student.
Oh my gosh, that happens so many times.
A lot of people have the misconception that Jane and Finch is a terrible place to be. But I think once you come into a space like this, you get to understand and see that it's an actual family. Everyone looks out for each other. There's just the upliftment of helping each other out, right? You get to see people who look like yourself, and you get to kind of talk about, the experiences that you're going through and actually finding solutions for those issues.
It just gives them opportunities to sort of decide on what kind of directions that they can take in their life.
There's somewhere that you could come to at the end of the day and you have somebody who's going to listen to you.
It's a home away from home.
Youth come here to feel at home and connect with others in the area. This organization uplifts and embraces youth in all aspects of their life.
In all our stories, we've seen how important our community organizations really are. There are thousands of organizations like this, and we need to support them however we can. Take the time to check out the community organizations in your neighborhoods and get involved whenever and wherever you can. In the meantime, we are staying home until this crisis is over.
That's right, Ethan. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in today. I really encourage you to check out our channel so you can watch some other episodes of this season's The Journal. I've been your host, Francesca Coviello. Remember to stay indoors, stay safe, and wash those hands. We're going to get through this together, guys.
And I'm Ethan Gardner, signing off for now. Thanks, everyone. This is The Journal.